Mother's Milk walked into the room where Hugo Strange sat behind his desk, hands clasped in front of him. A closed laptop was in front of him.
"Welcome, Mr. Milk. Please take a seat,"
Strange said, gesturing to the chair in front of the desk. Mother's Milk remained silent, glaring at the professor.
"I see you have no desire to talk. Very well. I suppose I should decline your family's invitation to visit you, guards."
What?
"Your wife, Monique, has informed us she wants to see you."
How do I know you're not lying? I heard what you did with your patients, motherfucker.
"I can assure you, Mr. Milk, that I am a changed man."
Strange told him as he opened the laptop and showed him an email from his wife.
"Argus reached out to your loved ones and offered protection."
What do you want?
"I wish to understand your behavior. I have looked over your file and history, and I know fully about your past regarding Soldier Boy."
Reading a bunch of fucking papers won't help you understand shit about me and him.
Despite MM's outburst, Strange seemed just as stoic as usual.
"I am quite familiar with childhood vows from trauma influencing adulthood."
Who are you talking about?
"That is a story for another time, but there is one I've noticed you appear to be emulating a peer of yours at this moment."
Yeah, and who is that?
"Your animosity between Soldier Boy and yourself mirrors that of William Butcher's own vendetta with the Homelander."
There's a difference.
"A minuscule difference. Even your behavior since Soldier Boy's awakening resembles that of William Butcher's."
MM silently processed this, noticing his behavior at the moment was like Butcher's.
This is about Butcher. You want to know more about him. You talk to him.
Strange smiled, causing MM to reel back from feeling uneased.
"In due time. Now, I want you to understand the true meaning of your relationship with him. The reason as to why you cling to him."
Yeah, and what's your theory, Professor?
"You idolize him. He's the man you wish to be."
MM slammed his hand on the desk.
Bullshit!
Strange remained stoic as usual.
"Prior to your reunion with him, you worked at a juvenile detention center, wanting to make a difference in the lives of delinquent youths. You told your wife how fulfilling your employment felt, when in actuality it gnawed at your very soul. You knew the truth about the corruption your world's superheroes indulged in, and could never free yourself from trying to expose it. The young boy inside you, wanting to avenge his family, was still there in your mind. When Providence arrived in the form of William Butcher, about how he killed a member of the Seven, you saw this as an escape from mundanity and joined with him, disregarding your wife and child, all in the pursuit of your grudge."
I'm done with this shit.
MM angrily hissed and left for the door.
"So you joined with him once more, and now have ended up a convict in another reality, stuck in the same prison as the man responsible for the source of all your trauma, all while neglecting your family."
That last sentence caused MM to stop as he had just reached for the doorknob, and all of the anger he felt metamorphosed into shame.
"What kind of husband and father would do that?"
Strange asked. MM was silent. Wonder Woman walked down the halls of the prison where she saw Victoria Newman's private cell. It was a rubber room with a bed and a mirror, which was in fact a double-sided mirror, allowing the jailer to see Newman, but she couldn't see the jailer. Diana found a sad and defeated Victoria Newman, who glared daggers at the Amazon.
"What do you want?"
"We believe that your foster father has made arrangements with a dangerous and unknown individual."
Homelander?
"No, this individual orchestrated the Legion of Doom's attack. We need your help."
I have no idea what you are talking about.
We know you're actually Stan Edgar's adopted daughter, Nadia. We found the paper trail after your arrest.
Newman was silent, trying to use her powers on Wonder Woman, but to no avail.
Please, innocent lives are at risk.
No.
What about for your daughter's sake?
Leave Zoe out of this, you bitch.
Newman snapped. Diana sighed.
I'm sorry, but I will not leave here without a confession,
She said, pulling out her lasso. Diana opened the cell door and walked through it. Wonder Woman used her lasso and it wrapped around the former Congresswoman.
Who is your father working for?
Lex Luthor.
Newman said, sounding strained. This caught Diana by surprise. She activated her comm.
Superman, it's Wonder Woman. Newman just told me who Edgar is working for.
Who?
Luthor.
That's impossible. He's still in Strikers.
Superman said, sounding both surprised and irritated.
I used my lasso on her Cal. It's either Luthor or someone pretending to be him.
I'll head over to Strikers Island.
Diana turned to Nadia once more.
Is Luthor working alongside anyone else?
I don't know.
Diana released her and walked out of the cell. Frenchie was in the middle of his session with Strange. When the professor had finished with MM, his colleague had looked practically shell-shocked and trying to maintain distance from Butcher.
You seem to believe that your past can elude my observations, but I can assure you that you are wrong. I already know enough.
Tell me then.
Frenchie asked sarcastically, rolling his eyebrows.
Your father was abusive towards you, which led you to fall into a life of crime. There you found employment with little Nina, a Russian mob boss, before working alongside William Butcher. You have no sense of self-efficacy.
I do.
Really, because judging from your past, you seem to follow those who demean you at every turn. It is always for their own benefit. Tell me, did you join with Mallory to free yourself from little Nina, or did you want a new leash? Don't you think Jay's death was caused by his leash being pulled too tightly?
You don't know what you're talking about.
Frenchie angrily replied, reminiscing about his deceased partner.
Drug abuse is not something uncommon for those with his history, and yours, the childhood you had, would predictably result in an adult with drug addiction. Yet you found your moments of solace among your peers. I suppose joining your crew united the two aspects you needed in your life in one.
Are you saying les garçons are like a drug?
That is the part they play in your life. How long did it take for you to completely accept your position after William Butcher showed up at your doorstep? Remember, Serge, Jay's addiction killed him. What made you think yours wouldn't do the same?
I told you. You don't know what you're talking about. You didn't know him.
This isn't about him. I refer to your late beloved in reference to how you see your life. This is about you. Are you not used to having something being about you?
Frenchie hesitated, but thinking about it, he knew Strange was right.
No, I'm not.
Superman walked down the corridors of Stryker's Island. The parasite was in his containment field, Metallo was in his cell, Toyman was busy making dolls out of his sheets, and Livewire was cussing him out from her cell. Superman stood in front of the door to Luthor's cell. It opened and Superman saw Luthor sitting in his cell, wearing an orange jumpsuit. He noticed Superman and angrily glared at him.
Come to gloat?
Hardly.
Superman replied, scanning Luthor with his eyes.
Then what are you here for?
Earth 7, former Congresswoman Victoria Newman said you were helping with Vought.
Why would I help them?
I'm not sure, but I know you are helping them in some way.
I've been detained.
That hasn't stopped you before. Plus, Earth 7 has something that would grab your attention. A corrupt Superman.
So?
So the only reason why you're still in Strikers is because you want to stay here.
Why would I want to stay in this hellhole you've cast me into?
I don't know. You tell me.
Luther looked like he was about to think of an answer.
Because I...
Luther said, trying to think of an answer.
You're smart enough to think of an answer, Lex.
Luther collapsed onto the floor. Superman entered the cell, and Luther's face started to change. He looked less like a human, but rather a mannequin of human skin. Superman realized he was not talking to Lex Luthor. He was talking to every man.
Hannibal Bates.
Superman quietly said in acknowledgement.
Take him to the infirmary.
Superman told the guards in the room.
I don't get it. What happened to Luthor?
One of them asked.
He was never here.
Superman told the guard. He looked over the room and looked into one of the security cameras. Lex Luthor saw this, having hacked the cameras of strikers specifically monitoring his cell.
So they know now?
No, as far as the Justice League is aware, they only know of my involvement. You five are unknown and are now free to act.
In other words, we get to act as nothing more than petty distractions in the name of your grand plan.
Why, Thaddeus, I never thought you saw yourself as so lowly.
Luthor remarked sarcastically. The elderly mad scientist got up, but was prevented from confronting Luthor by his children, Georgia and Junior. Contrasting with Savannah's indignant attitude was Thawne, who had an excited grin with bloodlusted eyes.
So I take it that your plan will involve a massive cleanup operation on Vought's hands when it comes to getting rid of their former employees?
I would imagine so.
I don't think there would be a problem if I were to make it easier on them.
Luthor smirked.
No, I don't suppose there is. You are free to do whatever you want.
Thawne ran out of the room.
That man makes the Joker look like a decent human being. Are you sure you can trust him?
Thawne is just as much of a psychopath, but he's able to work with a team and remain focused, so long as you provide him with an incentive.
It was Kimiko's turn. Despite her refusal to speak, it did not matter in the slightest for Strange.
The Shining Light Liberation Army came to your home when you were a child and murdered your parents before forcing you to serve. All of your life from that moment has been to fight for someone else's cause, and never your own.
She glared at him.
Your brother was the only reason, and now he is gone.
Kimiko glared harder at Strange, but he did not appear to be intimidated.
There is nothing shameful in that. You are a soldier. You have been since that very day.
Stormfront looked at her own reflection in the elevator's mirror. Almost all her wounds were healed, but her left eye was gone, covered with a stringless black eye patch. She stared at the eye patch until she realized the elevator door opened. She went to the Seven's conference room where Homelander sat by himself and spoke on the phone. She could tell just by his tone that he was speaking to Ashley.
What do you mean Stan won't give his clearance?
It's not like he's refusing, but it's impossible to speak to him. Every time I try, he just says he's busy. Even the other executives don't know what he's up to.
Doesn't matter. Fuck him. We don't need him, okay? Just call the military guys and tell them that the Homelander wants to be on TV with them. Do it.
Homelander turned off the phone and got up from his chair. He walked to Stormfront with his arms open.
We're making slow but consistent progress. People are scared. I got Cameron running some footage of Coast City being destroyed, and all of a sudden, Earth 1 doesn't look so nice anymore. There are talks about considering people from there as illegals. Then the League would have to leave, but we need to get ready. Get faster.
Yeah, right.
Are you okay? Because I just dropped a shitload of good news on you.
Stormfront didn't say a word. She just sighed and pointed to her missing eye.
Come on, I don't care about that.
He said and pulled her in for a kiss.
In a year, there will be kids wearing eye patches to pretend to be you.
What military guys were you trying to get?
After the shitstorm we got from Earth 1, some of the higher ranks in the Army have decided they're too dangerous to stick around and want to make initiatives. But some of the CIA has been such a rock in my shoe. You'd think those fucks would be more scared of the bat than anybody else.
Fear is good. It can make a person do anything. Is it just us here?
A-Train is in the hospital. Maeve is in her room higher than the Empire State and deep, I don't know and don't care. But Noir... There he is.
Black Noir entered the 7 conference room. He looked at the screens with footage of some of the worst events to plague Earth-1. He looked at Homelander, who walked towards him and touched his shoulder.
Welcome, buddy. I have so many plans. What's wrong? Your heart and your blood pressure are a bit off. Are you scared of Edgar?
Homelander asked, and Black Noir slowly shook his head.
Don't worry about him. He's the one who's scared. We're going to put the 7 back on top. You'll see it.
Noir kept looking at Homelander. He knew Homelander could see through his mask. He suddenly gave Homelander a hug. That was the moment when he heard that familiar voice echoing in his mind, saying,
Irving, you remember what happened last time?
He then touched the side of his head, reminiscing about Soldier Boy smashing his brain. Hughie sat in front of the professor, shaking.
Tell me, Mr. Campbell, about the incident.
Robin and I were talking about moving in together when A-Train ran into her.
You were not in the middle of the street, am I correct?
Hughie angrily sighed.
No, she was 1 foot off the curve.
Yet A-Train faced no consequences.
Strange asked, knowing full well what a rhetorical question it was.
No, he didn't, but if this is your way to make me feel like Butcher, I'm not. Last year, A-Train nearly died from a heart attack, and I saved him.
Yes, you did. Tell me, do you know about Lenny Butcher, William's younger brother?
No.
Hughie lied. Strange seemed unconvinced.
Butcher's father, Samuel, abused both William and Lenny. Lenny more often than not. Samuel viewed the boy as soft, so when William left to join the military, Lenny committed suicide. Your psychological profile is not too distant from Lenny's. You were often bullied by others and viewed as weak and helpless. Unlike Lenny, your father coddled you.
Is there a point to this?
In any other group, you were often seen as the weak link. You lack confidence and are riddled with insecurities, so you developed an attachment to those you view as stronger than yourself, William Butcher and Miss January.
Hughie was silent. He knew that Strange was right. A mechanical needle injected V-24 into the arm of a soldier laid on a medical chair. As the liquid went in, a golden light lit in the man's veins. Colonel Mallory and scientists watched it from far off, standing behind a red line.
The longest enduring soldier had powers for 29 hours and 18 minutes. The least enduring kept them for 21 hours and 53 minutes. We were already confident it would work. Based on how it affected the Russian criminals, we had no reason to believe we wouldn't have the same results.
Can they beat Homelander?
Individually, I seriously doubt it, but a squad should have the manpower.
Which means more money to Edgar.
They walked by the rooms where different soldiers tried their new powers. One of them was a man with a green, glowing fist. He stood in front of a large metal vault and opened holes in it with his punches as quickly as if the vault was made of paper.
That's Captain Myers. Most impressive we've had up until now.
You're doing well, Captain.
Thank you, ma'am.
Myers responded. Mallory and the scientist proceeded to her office. The colonel sat and the scientist remained in the room holding a pile of files.
Is there anything else you want to tell me, Doctor?
There's one thing. We attempted to pinpoint the formula to recreate it, but that might take years.
And by then, Vought will have sole rights of manufacturing.
That's not what I wanted to tell you, ma'am. While trying to identify the composition of V-24, we discovered foreign chemical components. Something was added to the formula to keep it from attacking the user's brain. But whatever it is, it's beyond our science.
It's not from our world. Thank you, Doctor. You can go.
When the doctor left, Mallory pulled something out of her pocket and kept it in her hand. She looked at it. It was the communicator Batman gave her. Mallory thought about it as she scrolled files on other villains from Earth-1, but ultimately, she threw the communicator in her drawer and closed it. Butcher was escorted into the room where he saw Strange sitting at the table.
Mr. Butcher, I have been looking forward to this session the most.
Strange said with a smile. Butcher glared at Strange.
Let me guess you want me to talk about my childhood and what Homelander did.
Butcher asked, annoyed.
No, I want to talk about your experiences here. Why, instead of laying low, you decided to antagonize Gotham's criminal underworld.
Those lunatics are trying to pass off Compound V as some sort of designer drug. You really want that clown cunt with that shit?
Yet you didn't let the police, Batman, or his allies deal with this narcotic trafficking ring.
You're from Gotham, right? Frenchie said you used to experiment on the inmates of Arkham Asylum. He's been at this whole vigilante shit for how long, and the city still looks like a fucking cesspool.
Strange smirked.
I won't deny Mr. Sergei's accusations, yet you were arrested by Batman, not the Seven or any other member of the Justice League. Just Batman. What does that tell you?
He got lucky.
Luck? I assume that would qualify for you, not him. Prior to your arrest, you were captured by some of the most dangerous crime lords in Gotham City. You were nearly experimented on by the Scarecrow, and you were nearly killed by Deathstroke. Yet you managed to escape thanks to outside forces beyond their control.
Is there a point to this?
Butcher asked, irate.
Your biases towards the heroes of your world have carried over to those of our world. You expected Batman to be nothing more than a corrupt, incompetent, drug-addicted celebrity, instead of a highly intelligent, extraordinarily skilled vigilante, one who overshadows you in every category.
You always suck him off, or is it just occasional?
Strange looked unamused.
Batman did not underestimate you, but you did him, which led to you being here. If Amanda Waller had no interest in you, you would have been stuck in Arkham. In fact, he likely knew you would assume his secret identity.
You know who he is?
Yes, I was the one who gave it to Miss Waller years ago.
Why are you confirming this to me?
Simple. No one would believe you. In both worlds, you are viewed as an unhinged madman. Who would believe you?
Butcher glowered.
Anything else you'd like to bring up?
Hardly. I already brought up your younger brother with Mr. Campbell.
Strange simply replied. Butcher paused for a moment before regaining his composure. However, it was all Strange needed.
Lenny is likely the root cause of your psychological issues, your anger and desire to protect those you care for, regardless of the costs. When you were children, you were unable to protect him from your father, so you decided to join the military as an escape, only for your brother to commit suicide because you left him alone with your father. From what I've read, you have become the very man your father wanted. Cold, violent, and hard as stone.
Butcher remained silent.
Tell me, if your father was in your place, how do you think he would have acted compared to you?
Butcher lunged over the desk and grabbed Strange by the collar. He tried to strangle the psychiatrist, only for the guards to club him down to the floor before pinning him to the floor. A furious Butcher looked up to Strange, looming over him. The psychiatrist bent down and went to his ear.
Not at all different from you,
Strange said before stomping Butcher with his boot. Batman had just finished interrogating the Legion of Doom. Their answers to his questions varied and did little to help. However, there were three that struck out the most.
We found it on a vault tanker. We managed to replicate it.
A batch was sold to some Russian mobsters.
Well?
Vought and Luthor are working together. He made their V-24 formula, but Grodd mentioned that he improved it. I need to find the Legion's headquarters.
You're in luck. Green Arrow, Black Canary, Plastic Man, and Guy Gardner found it. I wanted to let you know.
Send the coordinates to the Zeta beam.
Batman said as he walked over to it.
Batman 02.
The speaker announced his arrival. Batman looked around. Dr. Poison was in construct handcuffs.
Glad you're here. You've made quite the stir, from what I've gathered.
Yeah, please tell me something. Did Homelander cry after he got his shit wrecked?
Batman raised an eyebrow at this request. Guy was never cordial to him.
I never thought I'd see the day Guy Gardner would say please to you of all people, Bats.
It's the end of the world. You haven't been around Homelander. Guy's a douchebag.
He ruined milk for me. I've been eating my cereal dry since then.
He added before letting out an exaggerated cough.
Enough. Take me to their laboratory. I want to examine it.
Right. It's this way.
Dinah said, guiding him to the lab. Batman and Green Arrow followed her.
Look, I want you to know, their fans are gonna throw everything they have against you. It's fairly common for their kind.
I know.
Batman simply replied,
The brown shirts will riot the moment you slap the cuffs on him and his girlfriend.
Let me guess you want the first crack?
It's the only thing they understand.
What Oliver is saying is that it seems things are wrapping up, and there is no way Homelander is going to go down without a fight.
I know. Have you found any reports on Butcher and his gang or the Suicide Squad?
Batman said as he examined the equipment.
They attacked Rikers Island on Earth 7 while you were duking it out with the Legion. We only got the news after the incident. Apparently, there was a small nuclear blast that went off into the TNT twin cell.
Former members of Payback, alongside the MIA gunpowder.
That gun nut? Why do you think Waller's targeting them? From what I've gathered, barring Black Noir, they're all washed-up has-beens. I don't think Butcher would go after them unless he needed to.
I don't think they are a priority to her or Butcher. I think Soldier Boy is back.
Wasn't that Vought's first superhero? So he never died in the first place?
No, I think Vought sold him out to the Russians.
What makes you think that? Was it because of his singing career?
I don't know that yet.
Anyway, what about Starlight?
What about her?
From what I've read, I think she could join us.
The kid's got heart and looks to be clean, like about our levels of cleanliness. Sure, she fell in with a dangerous gang of vigilantes, but can you really blame her with the cards she was dealt with?
We'll see.
Oh, come on, Bruce. I know their universe is kind of a grimdark cesspool, but whatever happened to second chances?
I'm not in the mood for an argument right now, Ollie.
Ollie was about to speak up when Dinah glared at him.
I have a session with her later. After that, we can decide on our future.
Batman simply nodded before returning to his investigation, where something immediately got his attention.
Something's wrong.
What's wrong?
The formula. There are nanites in it.
Nanites? What do you think they do?
Batman left the lab and went to where Dr. Poison was. He grabbed her by the neck and hoisted her in the air.
The nanites, what do they do?
Nanites?
The doctor asked, sounding genuinely surprised.
You think Grodd put them in?
No, it was Luthor.
In the watchtower, Annie sat on the chair brought to her cell. It was at that moment when Black Canary walked in the room.
Annie, it's nice to meet you.
How much do you want to know? I'm more than ready to share.
This isn't an interrogation. Actually, it's more like therapy.
I thought...
Look, we can get to that later. Tell me what's on your mind.
You're almost done, aren't you? Don't answer that. I'll tell you everything since last year.
I'm listening.
Ever since I was a kid, I looked up to the Seven. It was my dream to work alongside them one day. Then last year, I made it in, and the dream became a nightmare.
The incident with the Deep?
I used to have a schoolgirl crush on him, you know? I used to have his memorabilia. Then in one moment, he fucking destroyed it all. He coerced me into doing it because he lied to me. He said that he was the second biggest member of the team, but then I learned everyone saw him as a joke.
Annie said as her throat started to hurt.
You got him fired, didn't you?
More like relocated. He's a part of the Church of the Collective now. They all let me down. Translucent was a peeping Tom. Lamplighter ended up murdering countless mental patients under Vought's orders. A-Train is a drug-addicted narcissist. Homelander is a psychopath. And Queen Maeve is a fraud.
Maeve, I take it that she was your favorite as a kid?
Annie sighed.
Yes, she was. She was my hero growing up. I read her biography so much that I destroyed the damn thing. Then I learned she's an alcoholic coward. There was a moment where she told me that at one point she was genuinely heroic, but now that Maeve's gone, I can't even hate her. At this point, she just makes me feel depressed.
What solidified that for you?
Just before all of this happened, Hughie and I went to her for help, but she declined. She insulted Hughie and told us to get out.
Would you like to stop?
No, there's more.
All right.
My mother was lying to me all my life. Hughie told me that the reason why I have superpowers is that my parents were approached by Vought and signed an agreement that would let them inject Compound V into me as a baby. Vought has done that to countless families over the years, and I'm just another statistic. My dad left when I was little, so then I realized Donna was using me as a meal ticket throughout my childhood. The pageants, the exercises, fastening myself were all for her benefit, and not mine.
She said, feeling tears well in her eyes.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Thanks. She attempted to reach out to me before all of this. I want to forgive her, but I don't know if I can.
I can't tell you what to do about that. Your mother crossed a line, but she's not my mom.
You know, being here, at first I thought I was born in the wrong universe. Now I realize I was wrong.
Annie said, her eyes watering.
There's nothing shameful about that, Annie. You're a good person.
Annie started to cry.
No, I'm not.
She sobbed out.
You're heroic. We can give you a chance.
Dinah told her, placing a hand on Annie's shoulder. Annie looked at Black Canary. Her eyes were red and watering.
I killed a man, and it wasn't a criminal, but an innocent man.
She told Dinah, tears running down her face.